So you're a wedding DJ and you just finished a call or a Zoom with a couple that you totally connected with. You thought it was a surefire win, that they were going to hire you. The vibe was right. The conversation was on point. But you followed up? Zero, nothing, no response, total ghosting. What can you do to limit that from ever happening as a working wedding professional in the world of events, as a DJ? What do? I'm going to offer you a couple thoughts and some things that we do here at SCE to reduce the ghosting from happening. And I think it all has to do with a number of different things. And obviously every couple has their own vibe. Every conversation and every company has their own story, their own brand message, and own sales experience. I want to share with you some things that you can do to reduce the opportunity of ghosting from coming into reality within your sales funnel and sales world and sales process. Let's just get right into it. Number one, I've talked about it here on the channel, but set clear expectations after the call. Let the couple know what happens next, how the process unfolds, and what you are going to be doing. The key here is to actually deliver on whatever you set the expectation to be. So if you are going to follow up with an email and you're going to tell them that, so moving forward, I'm going to send you an email. That email is going to come out in the next hour. You better be sending that email within the next hour. Don't wait a day or two or three or longer to send that out, because you know what? That could close the door before you even had the opportunity of landing this opportunity that you were so on point and ready to land. I'm a big fan of sending emails out or following up immediately after or shortly after the call. You want it to be fresh on their mind. You want the energy and the vibe to still be right. And I make sure that the email that is sent has a soft call to action in it, and nothing that's pushing or urgent or thirsty. It's all about providing value in that message. It's all about staying on brand and on your company's brand. And it's all about providing information that they have maybe asked about in that call, but following up with additional information, things that they can absorb and think through and view and check out that can help you close the deal. I'm a big fan of sharing videos from past events from the location that they're getting married. I'm a big fan of maybe sending out information on a Spotify playlist to help them with picking the perfect first dance song, because during that call, they happen to share that they were struggling finding the right song. I'm all about listening, receiving, and adding value to the follow-up with information or things that we have done in the past that can help land that opportunity for us and for the business. That's the big tip here. Number two is, if you're not good at the follow-up process, enlist others to help you out, whether it be someone that works in your office, if you have an office, or using automation within the tools that we have, like your CRM, whether it's Honeybook or DJP or Simple or DJ Intelligence. Use some type of follow-up process, even if it's automated, to connect with and provide the information that you are being expected to send. For us at SCE, we don't provide pricing on a call. We don't even talk about numbers. It's sent after the fact. And that email contains a lot of information, including the pricing. And it's clear to the couples of what's going to happen in terms of process, but also what they can expect from us afterwards. And in the follow-up email, we have exactly what we say we're going to provide. That's the key here. Follow up. And if you're not good at follow-ups, if you're not good at getting information out, if you're not good with timing, then use automation, use tools, use other resources within your company, within your work world, or platforms like your CRM to do the heavy lifting for you. Make sure that you deliver, and make sure you use the technologies that are available to all of us in this industry to help close the loop and land the opportunity. One last thing, an idea that we sometimes put into play, and I learned this a long time ago from a friend in the industry, is add value into the conversation. And if they are talking about something, maybe a hobby or how they met, or maybe a place they'd like to eat when you're on that Zoom, in terms of where they spend their personal time, their date nights, then, if you see that restaurant post something, one of my favorite restaurants, 618 in Freehold, they posted that it was a National Watermelon Margarita Day. That fit the bill for one of the couples that I'm potentially working with. And I actually sent them a link to the social media post about it being National Margarita Day. I know, super random, but it was impressionable to that couple. And that bride-to-be actually responded back, was like, I can't believe that you remember that from our conversation. It shows that I was actively listening. It shows that I actually care. And it showed that I'm very interested in not just working for them, but developing a relationship with them. I think these are all little things that you can do. I think the point of all this is follow up in a timely fashion. Follow up, add value to the conversation. Do what you say you're going to do. If you can do anything that extends or expands on the conversation that you had, even if it's outside of the work lane. Hey, I saw that you guys like to do this thing, and I saw that artist is coming to the local wherever place in the next month. Like, I don't know if you saw this, but it keeps the conversation ongoing, and I think it's a good thing. I think like couples today do their homework. They spend a lot of time researching. They spend a lot of time reading through things and connecting with. They're going to connect to your social media. One of the things that a couple just told me is, like, I sent them the link on, it was an Instagram forward, and then they actually added me on Instagram, and they're like, wow, we're connected to so many mutual people. Did you happen to do this person's wedding, this person's wedding? And the answer was yes. And the cool part about it is they actually reached out to that couple. Yo, how was it working with Jason at SCE for that wedding? And that couple had nice things to say. What it ended up doing is that little like reach out that I could have overlooked, that sent someone a post about it, a margarita, ended up opening up the conversation wider. It actually engaged other people that co-signed me as being a talent option that they should have for the day. They already have an established relationship with me. They already have dialogue going on. They already see that I care, that I'm invested, that I'm interested in doing the wedding. They closed the loop by tapping back in, connecting with my Instagram, my personal Instagram, and they actually expanded upon it by looking at the mutual connections, which I think a lot of people do automatically. They saw that there was mutual connections. They reached out to a past couple that I actually crushed 2 years before. That couple had incredibly kind things to say. And you know what happened? That opportunity that I could have lost, that great conversation, great vibe on the Zoom call going over things, but they let it sit for a little while. So as time goes on, people sometimes fall out of the process. And yes, you can win things back, but that little like reach out, that little contact, that little information opened up and expanded the conversation, which actually led them back home booking with me, and I'm super proud of it. Anyway, these are all things to help you with your business, closing the game on conversations, and how to limit and narrow down the opportunity of ghosting happening from you in your future. Do you agree with this stuff? Do you connect with any of this stuff? What do you do as a DJ or as a business to limit or deal with the ghosting from couples that you might have a good vibe with? I want to hear from you in the comments down below. And as always, I appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this video. There's a lot of tips on this channel, all geared to help DJs just like you and like me and like all of us to grow and just level up in business and performance. And I hope you're all about it. Anyway, I appreciate that you're here. Love to hear from you in the comments. Be on the lookout, more content coming right here to this channel in days, weeks, and months ahead. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the very end of this video. Thanks for watching.